So it's Wednesday, and as you can see from the weather, it's a typical day in Manchester. Just met with Harvey, both finished uni. Gonna head over to Avaya to check out the new Gosha stuff. Also gonna show you one of my favourite places to eat in Manchester. Looking to get a pair of the joggers, possibly a cap, and possibly the shorts. Depends what they have in stock though. Came in on Monday, so it might all be sold out now. So check in with you in a bit. What do you reckon?
What do you reckon about that?
Right, so we're at Nudu Sushi Box in Manchester. It's located just near Piccadilly Gardens. I've got a salmon black pepper with rice. So I'd estimate the macros for this at approximately 70 grams of carbs, 35 grams of protein, and about 15 fat, because salmon's pretty fatty. It does say the calories are about 530, however I think they could be a bit off, just because like the tendency of places like that to maybe add more sauce, add more rice, etc, etc. So I'm going to eat this and then head over to Avaya. Okay guys, just got back from town. Going to show you my pickups. So went to Avaya and copped some new stuff from the Gosha. Unfortunately, the new Comme des Garçons Nike shoes had already sold out. So didn't manage to get a pair of them. They told us they only got 14 pairs in, which is insane. And they sold out in within 2 hours of them tweeting it. So I reckon a load of people must have gone in the morning already who knew about it and bought them. So yeah, I'll show you the stuff in a second. Okay, so I got one of the caps in white. That's Gosha mainline. And then I got the Kappa and Gosha shorts. They're packaged up at the moment. So I'll just give you a quick look at them. Show you a fit in a second. So here's a new cap. I actually thought it was going to be white, and it looked white in the shop, but it's actually like a sky blue colour. So here are the shorts. Kappa Gosha collection. Can't wait to wear these in Barcelona, get the legs out. It's going to be a good summer. Okay guys, what I forgot to say is me and Harvey also went halves on a new pre-workout by my favourite natural musical instrument, Rich Piano. Don't usually take pre-workout, but thought we'd give it a try. You know, need that extra kick in the next few weeks whilst I am cutting. Quite low on energy, probably have pre-workout every now and again for a bit, and then take it back out when I get back on the bulk. Now then, it's Thursday now, and it's about 9 o'clock. Just finished up training push. It was an alright session, managed to get done in about an hour. My typical workouts are about 2 hours, and now I'm going to teach you how you can still lose weight on a court and go out and drink. So, tonight I'm going to have a protein bar, a scoop of protein, and one of these bad boys, Pink Lady Apple. I've probably got quite a few calories left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit my protein and then keep my carbs and fats lower, and then the calories that come from the alcohol, they'll just make up the rest of my totals. So when you go and do this, you should always opt for a 0-calorie beverage. That way you won't be getting any carbs from the drink, and basically you can just go out and have a good night and not worry about your diet. Alright, so Maxi Muscle Millionaire's Shortbread. I'm going to read out the macros. So we have got 4.9 fat, 19.3 carb, 7 grams of fibre, which is good, and 20 grams of protein. It's Millionaire's Shortbread flavour. I've had this before, and it's good guys, so definitely give it a try. Eat like a pig, look like a pig. Story time. This one's about purple lucky. Are you still filming?
No.
What's happening guys? So it's now Monday and I've just hopped out the shower. I haven't really been recording the past few days simply because I haven't really been up to that much. The footage you've just seen before was from when I went out Hidden on Thursday night. Did have tickets to go to see Alan Fitzpatrick at Gorilla on Friday. However, I thought 2 days, it's a bit too much, man, and I feel like I'd probably end up like fucking up revision wise for a few days and feel a bit shit. So that's why I ended up selling my ticket. I've obviously been training the past few days, but I didn't think about recording it simply because it was pull workouts and leg workouts, and that's all on my channel so far. So I thought just give it a nice little break, and then I've got a push workout planned for today. So I'm going to film that, but first I need to eat. So I'm going to get my breakfast, typical breakfast every day, porridge, blueberries, protein shake, but I'll show you what it looks like when I get it together. Alright guys, so here's my breakfast. If you don't know what it is, just make sure to go and check out my full day of eating video. While I'm eating this, I'm going to be watching up a bit of Matt Hewitt Fitness. His channel will be linked in the description down below. So yeah, going to finish eating this, crack on with a bit more work, and then head to the gym. So catch up with you in a bit. Okay guys, so this is my bench press push workout you're now watching. I actually have 2 push workouts at the moment. I've got one where I start with the bench and one where I start with overhead press. If you'd like me to do a full video on how my training's set up, i.e. exercises and rep ranges over the weeks, then let me know, drop me a message and I'll be able to do that. So the first set I did was a warming up set of the bar. I went for about 15 reps, and this is to get you used to the movement and blood in the muscle. Now with warm-up sets, what you want to do is put as much effort in, get as tight as possible, and generally just perform it in the same way you would a working set. It's quite hard to do with the bar sometimes, just because like it is extremely light, so you end up throwing your body all over that. But if you maintain tightness, it really does work. So second warming up set, I've got 50 kilos on the bar, and I think I shooted for about 12 on this. Again, just to get blood in the muscles, get you warm and get you used to the movement. So with warm-ups, you really just want to take it by ear and just warm up until you are warm. Anything beyond that and you're going to start taxing your body, i.e. tiring yourself. Anything before that and you might risk injury. So again, 12 reps. Okay guys, so this is my last warming up set. What I've got here is 80 kilos on the bar, and I'm shooting for about 5 reps. I don't want to do as many reps as I'm going to do on my actual working set, simply because if I did, it'd probably tire me out slightly, and that is not something you want to do. You want to conserve all your energy for your working sets, or majority of your energy. It's obviously going to take a bit away from you. So I actually forgot to say I trained with Ben today, and you're going to see a clip of him in the next clip, which is coming up now. There we go. So Ben's goal for the workout was 80 kilos for 3 sets of 10. I believe he managed to get 10, 10, 8 or something along them lines. So yeah, Ben's put on a lot of strength in the past few months. He's been really hitting some sick PBs, to be fair to them. And here we go. So this is my first working set. Just like to say, I did get my 4 sets of 8 as I wanted to. However, they were a lot harder than I thought they'd be. I think one of the reasons was I've started to take my hoodie off when I've been training, obviously because it's been a bit hotter, and you are getting a slight bit more range of motion. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's in my head. Who knows? But I still hit the weight, so I'm happy. So let's just have a look at my form. I haven't watched this clip back yet. So yeah, form's pretty much how I'd like it to be. Maybe there is a tiny bit of bounce off my chest, but nothing that really needs to be changed anytime soon. It's fairly decent, to be fair. Last rep now. Not too much grinding, so pretty happy with the way that set turned out. However, obviously they got a lot harder as it moved on. Second exercise, we have got the incline dumbbell press. Now, today's workout, I decided to go for 4 sets of 12, and I haven't done sets of 12 in a long time, guys. So, as you can imagine, well, as it is, if you don't do a rep range for a long time, you're going to be a lot weaker on it. So what I went for here is just 65-pound dumbbells, and I think I did 2 sets of 12 and then dropped it to 60 and then got 2 sets of 12. So as you can see, there's a grinder. Third exercise, we have got the dumbbell shoulder press, and I also have not done these in a while. So same thing goes, if you're like doing an exercise that you haven't done in a while, you're going to be weak on it. So I actually used the 55-pound dumbbells here for sets of 8, and I think I only did 1 set of 8 and then dropped it. So yeah, I'm weak at the moment, man. But as you'll see in the next clip, I am getting leaner, and you're going to be losing a bit of strength when you're cutting, guys. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, really happy with how I'm looking at the moment. Like, I feel like I'm quite ahead of schedule, but that's a great thing to be. Obviously, it just means you can really push it, get leaner, or if you don't want to get leaner, maintain and just have a more enjoyable time in general. Okay, so we're now moving on to isolation work. So this is just a cable chest fly, shooting for the high rep ranges of 12 to 15. I think this was a set of 12. If I couldn't get 12, I'd drop the weight, so I'd be able to get more reps. And then if I got 15 or more, I'd up the weight. So really just trying to keep it in that 12 to 15 rep range, leaving about maybe 1 rep in the tank. Okay, guys, so then I moved on to dumbbell lat raises. Really like the way I was looking on this clip. So the plan with this was to go for 12 to 15 reps and just really control them. I want to be able to feel my lateral head working when I'm doing this exercise. So the only way to do that is literally keep the weight light and keep your form on point. Okay, so then I moved on to triceps. I was doing an overhead barbell extension, I believe it's called. Shooting for about 12 reps on this. With this exercise, I like to do a slight pause at the bottom, just to get a really good stretch in the triceps, and just generally really control the weight, make sure I can feel it, and that's about it. Final exercise is a one-arm rope pushdown. Now, one-arm movements are great to do as they allow you to work on muscle imbalances. It's not something I think I have majorly, however, Evan has it to some extent. So that's going to conclude the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.